Good morning, folks. This morning's soap is coming from us too by the way of Soap Commander. This one here is called Devotion. It's amber and lavender. This one here is in a 3-ounce variety. Fairly firm there inside the container. It's fairly easy to scrape out of the container and press in a bowl, if you're wondering. Alum plug, no rubber band this morning. I still have a little bit of the Stirling witch hazel that's mentholated black ice flavored. We'll be following the shave up with Stephan's Lilac aftershave. Yeah, that is a pretty good sized container there. 15 ounces when I first got it. And I've got it whipped up here in a bowl. The bowl's from Venulane. That's what it looks like there on the inside. That's what the bowl looks there. You got it whipped up with a purple swirl from Maggard razors. It's pretty inexpensive. I think it's like 24 millimeter, running about $12. Pretty nice brush. I like it. It works well for me. I saw Johnny's video earlier this week and decided today might be a good day to shave with the standard razor. Mine's a bit different than his. He's got the new version. I've got the old one. I'm going to go ahead and take this apart. If I understand correctly, and I could have it wrong, that's how the post is on this one here. And if I'm not mistaken, on the new version, the post is more traditional in that it comes out of the cap. And this is, along the lines, this is what the, I guess you might say the first version looked like. And I have a Treet Dura blade there, or Dura sharp that is. Inside. That's what it looks like on the underside on the cap. Not mistaken, they did make that adjustment, as well as tweak some of the tolerances, so there's less, I guess you might say, fiddling with the blade. Once you align it, put it in there, you don't have to mess with the alignment. I haven't really had that much trouble with the alignment. There were some reports of the post and the handle coming loose out of the handle. I haven't had any issues with it, but I don't torque mine down like I'm putting on lug nuts on a wheel. So, you know, I just snug it up just enough to keep things together. No, too terribly tight, in other words. I'm going to go ahead and put on the Preshave soap. This one here is unscented, but it is mentholated from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. It's called Ice. And put a little bit more water in there. I've been using this for a while. Continue on using it until I use it up. Then I've got some Preshave oil. I'm going to use it for a while. Get a good idea how it works or how it doesn't work. And if you couldn't hear, I have Tony in here with me. Tony is our German Shepherd. And he decided he wanted to be in here with me this morning. So he's trying to get comfortable over here. Throughout the week, Sunday I really struggled with a migraine, and it was one of those, for me, there's different degrees of migraines. I do get them where, you know, where you're throwing up quite a bit, and stomach's really upset, and, you know, just in a god-awful lot of pain. And I also get them where they'll last all week. They just won't go away. And the one I had on Sunday was one of those that likes to linger around for more than a day. And I was really struggling with getting rid of it. So I decided to switch up my normal routine, and throughout the week I was shaving with a Gillette Super Speed. This one here is like the 48 through 1950 model. In other words, it has the notch on the center bar, but it does not have a date to it, so that kind of narrows it down to the time frame when it was made. And was using a Gillette Platinum. I'd shave with the blade a couple of times and swap it out for a fresh one. Trying to get my thoughts on the Platinum versus the Silver Blue, and decided I still like the Silver Blue somewhat more. Now the Platinum, there's nothing wrong with the blade. I mean, it's a good blade, but in comparison to what I already have in the silver blue, I didn't feel like it was, it's not that, I didn't get you my same. The silver blue is just a smoother shaving blade. There we go. Super Speed's a nice shaver. Definitely good for a week where I was not able to, feel like some mornings I wasn't, I guess you might say, have my A game with me. Wake up with a bit of a headache, so just easier to work with a DE. Super Speed was the one that seemed like it would be the one to go with. Nice, smooth, easy to shave with. Standard razor. This is the first version once again. Now like I said, if I saw on the video correctly, the post is at the cap now instead of in the handle. And if you look around long enough on Google, you'll see where that little metal post came out of the handle. You'll see pictures of it. But once again, it does make you wonder if it was just that a person just didn't realize how tight they were tightening it up and was causing an issue with it. So a different design with the new one that came out. You can find them at their website. I think they've got a special going where you can get the black and the raw aluminum for I think like $130 roughly. You can find one on Amazon. I think you can get one that looks like this. Second version, but looks like this one here, the raw aluminum. I think it's running like $49.95 or something like that. Not a whole lot of money, especially consider what you're getting here. For me, this is a pretty nice shaver, even being the first version. I really haven't had any problems with mine. Quite happy with it. It's a pretty nice shaver. Now, once again, it is lightweight. For the most part, I would say, depending on how you want to look at it, you probably will want to keep this dry. But as goes for being able to grip it, within reason, it works just fine. Tony. He's still a big baby. He's wanting attention this morning. Surprised he hasn't decided he wanted to jump up and put his paws on my shoulders. Considering he's still a puppy, he's a pretty good dog. Very interesting, I tell you what. He's a sharp dog. Very smart. No. When he doesn't like something, when you're trying to give him something that he doesn't want, he's very animated. Smells great. I smell the lavender. In the beginning when I was whipping this up, I was picking up the amber, but now I'm picking up the lavender, which is pretty good considering my nose. I mean, sometimes I can smell it but can't tell you a thing about it outside that maybe it smells pleasant, but my nose is not doing too bad this morning. Which here of late, that's again maybe 2 hours where it's working halfway decent. The rest of the time, not so much. Also, haven't been able to watch very many videos. Not only just being busy, but just haven't been feeling all that great either. Been trying to take it easy, I guess, if you will. But I did notice on, just happened just to see it real quick. I think it was on Twitter, I think is where I saw it. I got a notification and decided to look to see what it was about. And then I went to Italian Barber's website, which kind of inspired me for tomorrow's shave, just like Johnny's did today. if you have seen their single edge shavers, you notice that they've got a single edge shaver. It takes a Feather Artist Club blades. I may have seen a black one, for instance, a bright electric blue, I think is what they refer to it. I think there's one that's pretty much like maybe silver, about this color here. And notice that they've got a new color. I think it's called Hulk Green. It's a bright green. Really good looking shaver. So if the electric blue didn't catch your eye, and if you like single edge shavers, using those kind of blades, maybe the Hulk Green just might do the trick. I mean, it is a good looking shaver. Really nice bright color. Makes it really hard. I have the black one and the Black Hawk, and I'm quite alright with that shaver. It does make it hard not to want the other colors. In other words, it shaves just fine. I don't need another one, but the colors sure just look good. Yeah, that green one really, that color, just like the electric blue, really stands out. Very good shave today. I sure am glad I just decided to stick with the DEs this week. Hoping everything goes well. I think next week I'm going to shave with a Shave Vanta. It's been a pretty good shaver for me, especially on days where maybe I'm not quite up to speed on my focus. Like I said, this is pretty lightweight. I couldn't tell you how much it weighs. I don't think their website says how much it weighs. Could be wrong, but last time I remember looking at it, it does have a little bit of a feedback. But it is pretty nice. I like it. Some of these I know in time, I guess you might say my collection of razors are going to get a lot smaller. It's a fun journey, in other words. I do enjoy shaving with it, mainly because it's very unique to me, being such a lightweight shaver, but easy to shave with and not having to really focus on paying attention to my pressure or anything like that. It's, for me, it just like shave like normal. It was easy for me to adjust to. I can still smell the lavender. If you haven't tried Soap Commander's soap, there is a, trying to remember where I saw it. When you scroll down, I think there is a grab bag. Yes, grab bag of soap. And you need before you, how can you say, get soap way up there. I guess you might say jump all into it. You need to read into it. In other words, it's not a grab bag of scents that they have currently in their store, as opposed to it may be some of those. In other words, odds and ends that just didn't quite make it into the container. It could be a scent that didn't quite turn out right. So in other words, you don't know for sure what you're getting. And if I remember right, it was there's like 6 of them. I think about 2-ounce size, if I remember right. There's 6 of them for about $7. I decided to give it a try. The fun, I guess you might say, of trying something that you're not sure what you're getting in the way of a scent. I have, I think tomorrow I'll do a video of it. If it works out tonight, and then I'm going to do a test lather. I think I'll go ahead and give my soaps a try. It's been sitting there for a while. Been checking in the sand on how it's been setting up. It's been getting firm, if you will. How firm is getting, because my original goal was to try to get it to be something close to a crope. That's the hope. And I guess you might say help firm up my suspicions on what my two different formulas that I was working with. Don't remember, or didn't catch that episode, that video. I took some stick soap, and the stick soap that I used, one was Palmolive and one was Violon, and I took them to a cheese grater, grated them up in two different containers, took some aftershave, take your pick on which one you wanted, and I dumped them in there, and I took 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, and then in one of them I took, used 2 tablespoons of glycerin, vegetable glycerin, and the other one I used 2 tablespoons of Cremo shaving cream. I'll show you what I'm talking about. In other words, for instance, one like this, and the one that I used with Cremo seemed to set up a lot easier for me, and it also has, the soap looks very much creamy, as it goes to the other one with the glycerin. It looks totally different and set up a little bit more on the firm side as opposed to something a little bit softer. So I'm going to test it out later on today so I can set it up for tomorrow. But one scent was Brut, and one was Brut was with the Palmolive, and the Stetson was with Violon. Tell you what, looks pretty darn good though. That Stetson, the scent is not quite like the Brut. The Brut is still very strong scented, and Stetson is more mellow, very consistent though. Even after letting it set out, it's just very smooth and consistent. Thought that, I like that. Still have one more container that I haven't decided on what I'm going to put in that one just yet. Been thinking though I'm going to use the, this is witch hazel by the way. Been thinking about using the Pinion Clubman Virgin Island Bay Rum. Yeah, I'm thinking about working up one of those. If this turns out right. I hope it does. It was a lot of fun. Just something to do. See how it works out. This is good stuff. It's, let's see if I can get it to the light. It's about right here. And I still have got another one, except for it's just straight up methylated, waiting in the wings. This one here, this aftershave, if you're looking for a scent that lasts a really long time, this would not be the one. I don't, at least per my nose, it does not stick around for a lengthy period of time. I'm trying to think, I'm not even too sure if it'll even hit the 2-hour mark. And it probably depends on your nose. I'm talking about my nose, so my nose is very much suspect some days, most days I should say. But at any rate, this lilac though, when you first put it on, does have a very nice scent to it. But I don't, per my nose, it does not stick around for a lengthy period of time. But maybe for some this might be something to check out, because down here at the bottom it says it's pH balanced. So in other words, if you're having issues with sensitive skin or certain aftershaves kind of break you out, you have a reaction to, this might be something you might want to look into. I'll put a link down below. There's more than one place you can get this stuff from, like barbershop type places like Barber Depot, Atlanta Barber. There's a number of places you can go look, and you can find these products. And I'll hunt one down and put a link down below. This lilac though, for me it's there, but it's you smell the lilac, but it's not a powdery lilac. So if you don't particularly care for a powdery scent, this is not one of them. It is not powdery at all, at least per my nose. Very smooth this morning. The blade of choice once again was Treet Dura Sharp. It comes double wrapped. It doesn't have a glue or wax spot on it, if that makes a difference for you. I like them. They seem to work well for me. Don't have an issue with those blades. Had a really nice shave. I think I might be getting closer to getting back to the groove of things, which is a good thing. It's been a while since I made a video. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay safe and smooth shaves to you.